guys, and welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another video. As you all know by the title, or if you know me, or if you have me on Instagram, I am pregnant. That still don't sound real to me. Like, oh my gosh. Ooh, guys. Ooh. I'm pregnant. I'm gonna tell you guys how I found out I was pregnant, what symptoms I was having, my due date, the gender, all that good stuff, you know, keep you guys in the loop. So we're gonna start with the story first. Now this story is actually really funny, but it would be funny if I recorded how I reacted, but that would have been mad day room of me to record me freaking out. So, and I didn't even have my camera with me, and I wasn't about to pull out my phone. that was the last thing on my mind. But I really wish I did have footage so you guys could see how I was reacting. Okay, so I found out I was pregnant on January 19th. Okay, so according to my doctor, I have been pregnant since December. So I didn't know until January 19th. So my period came in December, and according to doctors, like I said, they said that I was pregnant from December. So apparently I got my period while I was still pregnant, which is another reason why I didn't think I was pregnant, you know, back in December. Also, like, I felt fine and I wasn't experiencing anything out of the ordinary. But now that I look back at it, I was really craving a lot of like certain foods, but I just thought that was me being fat, you know. Like, I didn't think pregnancy, because like my period came, like, and you know, as girls we think like once we get our period you can't be pregnant, like that's our reassurance that we're not pregnant. But in my case, that wasn't the case. So January comes around and I was supposed to be going on vacation with my girl for her birthday, and I noticed that my period isn't showing up. So my period is always either on time or one day late, or probably a day early. It's never excessively late, like, ever. For the 11 years I've been having my period, it's never ever been excessively late. So I kind of figured like, oh, maybe this is like the time when I went to Miami, because when I went to Miami my period pulled some fuckboy shit. Like, honestly, it was supposed to come like before I went to Miami, but it pulled up on me as soon as I touched down to Miami and checked in to where I was staying. It literally came down on me just like that. So I thought it was like that again. I'm like, okay, I'm going, like, my period knows I'm traveling, so it's about to pull that shit on me again. So I didn't really, like, you know, think too much of it. Like, I was still experiencing pre-cramps, my boobs were sore as ever, which is something I get when I'm about to have my period. So once again, I'm not thinking that I could be pregnant. Anyways, I go to the doctor and I take my COVID test, and I actually didn't even do like the regular checkup because my mom forgot to schedule it, or I forgot to tell her. Whatever happened, whether I forgot or she forgot, it didn't happen. So I did the COVID test and I went back home and I was waiting for the results. And, you know, I kept telling my mom, I'm like, my period is not here. I don't know where my period is. Like, I'm low-key freaking out. And she's like, you're fine. So I'm here thinking like, okay, maybe it's just gonna be, and it's like it's gonna change to become an irregular period. But once again, not the case, because, you know, sometimes your period over the years, it changes, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's what's happening to me now. What happens after that? So my period was supposed to come January 12th, and January 19th, which was exactly a week later, I decided I need to take a pregnancy test because it ain't show up. So I'm like, maybe, you know, I didn't think I was pregnant. Like I said, I just wanted to know for sure that I wasn't, because it was just like, how can I be pregnant? Like, yeah, by sex, but like how? Like, what, you know, because how, you know, like, me me. The 19th pulls around and I'm at work, and I go to my manager and I'm like, girl, I need a pregnancy test. So because in Jersey you gotta drive everywhere, she said she had some at home and she brought me one, and she brought it back to work that day, and I went in the bathroom and I peed on the stick. So here I am, I'm still thinking I'm not pregnant because I've, you know, taken pregnancy tests before and they always say no. So I'm pacing in the bathroom, I'm pacing them back and forth, walking back and forth, walking back and forth, and it starts to blink. Like I was pacing, walking back and forth while it was, you know, loading or whatnot to tell me the results, and I'm pacing, it's blinking. So I walk out the bathroom and I asked her, I'm like, why is it blinking? Like, she was like, oh, that's what it does when it's about to tell you the results. So I'm here thinking it was broken because I've never taken that specific brand pregnancy test before, so I didn't know, like, you know, it has to blink. I normally just pee on a stick, and the pee, when it reaches the circle in the square, it tells you if you are or not. So anyways, it stops blinking and I look at it and that shit said yes. I'm so weak right now because I remember the reaction, bro. Like, I really wish I recorded it. It said yes, y'all. It said yes. Y-E-S. Yes. Not no. Yes. Bro. Y'all. So I took it. The first thing I did was inhale and then exhale. And I looked at it again. And it said yes, and I'm like, this can't say yes. It cannot say yes. This has to say no, because why does it not say no? Like, that's not how you spell no, and that's not how you read no. So why is it saying yes? So I'm saying all this to myself, and I'm like low-key panicking. So then I go back out to her and I'm like, what does this say? She goes, Tati. And I'm like, what does this say? She's like, Tati, oh my god. So I go back to the bathroom, y'all, and I kid you not, I was being so dramatic, y'all. Y'all know in the music videos where they be sliding down the wall and they like all emotional and crying? That was me, bro. I put my back against the door and I slid down in slow motion, and I felt like I was in a music video, bro. I was looking into outer space. I'm like, bro, there's no freaking way I'm pregnant. There is no way I could be pregnant. So I'm here, I'm like, I'm trying to tell myself, like, this is a false positive test, because like, how can I be pregnant? Like, no. So then I get up and I go to the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just staring in the mirror and I'm just like, I'm not pregnant. I can't be pregnant. This is not right. I'm not pregnant. Bro, I'm not pregnant. So then I started thinking about my mom and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how my mom's gonna react. Because, you know, growing up, your parents tell you, like, you know, Caribbean parents, they be like, if you get pregnant, you know, you can't stay here, this, that, and the third, da da da. Which is understandable because at that time, I'm still in school. I was still a kid. What was I really doing with a baby? But I'm like, what if she reacts like that? Like, I don't know how she's gonna react. Like, I'm the first one in out of all of her kids to give her a grandchild. Like, I wasn't supposed to be the first. I have siblings that are older than me, like way older than me, and he has yet to have a child. Like, here I go. So then I was like, nah, I can't be pregnant. There is no way. This is a false positive. I'm not pregnant. So I kept it. I wrapped it up in tissue and I put it in my bag. And I go back to my manager and I'm like, girl, we need to go get more pregnancy tests because this is not right. I'm like, I looked her dead in the face and I said, this is not right. It can't be right. So we drove to the pharmacy and we went to go get more birth control tests. What am I saying? Birth control tests? Hold up. We went to get more pregnancy tests. So I kid you not, we picked up about like 6 different ones, a mixture of cheap and expensive ones, because I just, you know, it wasn't sitting right with me that I was pregnant. So we went back to her house and I peed on all the sticks. Y'all, they all said, yes, you are pregnant. Bro, at this point, I'm like, I'm not pregnant. It has to be an underlying medical condition that is making all of these say yes, because how am I pregnant? I'm trying to think about the last time I had sex, and like if it was unprotected, or did I take a plan B, this, that, the third, because it's like, and I call up my sister and I'm like, girl, I'm pregnant. And she like, bitch. She was like, bitch, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant. So she FaceTimes me because I guess she thought I was playing with her. And I'm like, Bree, I am seriously pregnant. Like, all these tests say I'm pregnant. She was like, oh my gosh. And then she sent like this heartfelt, you know, short paragraph saying, you know, whatever I decide to do, she supports me 100%. She got my back, yada yada yada. And then I'm like to her, I gotta tell mommy, like, I can't hide this from mommy. I'm like, I can't hide this from mother. So my mother came home later that day and I sat her down, and well, actually I was the one sitting down. She was standing up. I had to sit myself down. And I said, Mom, don't yell at me. Don't be mean. Just listen to what I'm about to tell you. She's just standing there with a straight face on. Yo, my mother is so funny. So I look at her and I'm like, Mom, I'm pregnant. Bro, she didn't even react the way I thought she was gonna react. I thought she was gonna be so mad. I thought she was gonna kick me out the house, tell me I'm too young for this, da da da. She was so accepting and kind and excited. Like she like, because I believe the week before, like, I found out about all of it, we were talking about how, like, all her kids, we just gonna buy pets and that's gonna be her grandchildren. Like, none of us was planning on having any kids. So like, it all worked out. Like, it's just like, look how God works, because literally a week ago I was saying she was gonna get dogs and cats as grandkids. So she was so excited, you know, to have her first grandchild. And then my grandma came upstairs and I told her too, also very accepting. It was the sweetest thing ever, because I never thought it would go like that, just because, you know, of how I grew up. Like, if you got pregnant at such a young age while you're still in high school and stuff like that, obviously that's not the way any parent wants, you know, the life to go for their child. So yeah, y'all, that is how I found out I was pregnant. Like, I swear it would be so much funnier if you guys could actually see how I reacted. But that's how I found out. So when I went to the doctor, I was telling her, like, I had to go to the doctor to make sure it was true, because I'm still thinking it's an underlying medical condition. She was like, honey, you're pregnant. And I'm like, good to know, good to know. So yeah, I mean, and then I got to hear the heartbeat. So I found out at 6 weeks, which means that's a month and 2 weeks I was already pregnant for and did not know. And I was never gonna abort my child. That was never gonna be an option for me. Like, I support people who do that, but it's just not a thing for me. I was always gonna keep my baby. And once I heard the heartbeat, it just made it easier, because I personally can't kill something that has a heartbeat. And it was the most beautiful thing ever to hear that. So yeah, I decided to keep my baby. So I guess, like, the sore breast that I had and the cramping that I had, the doctor was telling me that the sore breasts, obviously they're gonna grow and change because I'm now a child, and the cramping is my insides expanding and stretching out for the baby, you know, to make its living space for the next 9 months. So that's what that was. Like, my first trimester, y'all, I didn't reveal it to the world or anything. I was just chilling. Like, everyone says the first trimester is the most rockiest one of all. For me, I was really chilling, and it still don't even feel like I'm pregnant. Like, this baby is so good. She is so good. It's a girl, by the way. Yes, she is so good. I don't have morning sickness. I don't feel nauseous all the time. Like, I could eat whatever I want to eat, you know, of course food that's safe for the baby. I could eat whatever I want to eat and not worry about bringing it up. Like, all I do is eat. And when I be telling people, they be like, you can eat? You can eat like that and hold it down and not throw up? And I'm just like, yeah, can't you? And they be like, no. Like, apparently the first trimester is always the worst. So I'm so grateful that this is a good baby. All she do is eat. All I do is eat. Besties, literally. So what else? Her due date is September 21st. So what does that make her? A Virgo or a Leo? I don't really know. One of those two. So yeah, I'm so excited to be having this baby. You guys have no idea. All I do is talk about her now, and she brings me so much joy. Like, hearing her heartbeat, seeing her on the ultrasound screen, like, it's just, it's really a beautiful thing being pregnant, honestly. Like, and she's making me look good. Like, look at me, y'all. Nothing really has changed about me besides my stomach, and it's not even that big. It's literally the cutest thing ever. So here's some pictures that I took yesterday for my birthday. So that is pretty much how I found out I was pregnant, and very short, very simple, but you guys wanted to know. That's how I found out, and I will be posting more. I am moving, actually. So I got my first apartment, and I'm moving in May 1st, and I will be doing an empty apartment tour for you guys. I also want to do, like, you know, some baby related videos so you guys can, you know, low-key be on the journey with me, like decorating like her part for the nursery and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna turn my channel all into baby stuff, because my followers aren't into that. They into hair and makeup and stuff, so I don't think, you know, that's something you guys would want to see. But, you know, here and there, so, you know, just to keep you guys updated. So yeah, that is my story, and I am super excited to be giving birth. Not actually having to give it, because ain't nothing nice about that, but I'm happy to be bringing a child into the world that is mine. Me and her father are super excited for her, and yeah, I just can't wait. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, share with whoever, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.